Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for clicking play. So this is the end of season recap. It's going to be a little bit more than that though, of course. If you watched episode 10, you will know that the future of the director of football at the club, Pep Segura, is very much up in the air. I asked you guys to have an input on what we need to do with him, so we'll come on to that in a little bit. What we're going to do now is have a little bit of a news roundup since the last episode, and then we'll be straight in to the end of season awards and the end of season recap, and yeah, we will sort out Senor Segura's future. So the first bit of news to catch up on today then is about Stefan de Vrij. Now Pep Segura, not long for the job I guess. So the first bit of news today focuses on Stefan de Vrij. He's apparently relationship between him and Pep Segura has broken down. He wants to leave. He apparently approached Segura to request a new contract, and it wasn't forthcoming. It wasn't offered by Segura. Segura now faces a further headache, with the dressing room said to be split down the middle over the issue, with some players report to have sided with de Vrij and others less happy with the way he has handled the situation. A lot of the key players apparently support de Vrij, and that could have an impact. Segura, for his part, was cagey, is how it's put it, but downright obtuse from what I can see, because he says I have nothing to say about it right now. So yeah, that's good, isn't it? Oriol Busquets was one of the youth players that I asked Segura to get a new contract for, and that has happened. And look at this, Barcelona under-19s have had such a good season. They had a really poor start, but then they were unbeaten for the whole season after about week 6 or something like that. And they've ended up winning the Spanish Under-19s Cup against Valencia, beating them 3-0, which is fantastic. Ousmane Dembele has won the, I'm guessing that's the Young Player of the Year. My Spanish isn't great, but Jugador Joven del Año, I'm assuming, is the Young Player of the Year. It's a brilliant achievement. Already, of course, the European Golden Boy. And look at this, Real Madrid have sacked Zinedine Zidane. Now, in real life, the way things are going in La Liga, I could see it happening in real life as well, but it has happened in game. A little bit of a spoiler, because it has happened. They have appointed a replacement, and they did hire Carlo Ancelotti as their replacement. Conte and Philippe Scolari were in there as well, but Carlo Ancelotti was the favourite, and of course unemployed and knows the club inside out. Why wouldn't you? Now look at this one. This is really bizarre. So we win La Liga, and I had it set to high bonuses. So we've paid out 21.5 million euros to the squad, and we've won 4.5 million euros for winning the league. So how does that work? We're operating at a huge loss to begin with. That's just stupid. No surprise, Leo Messi has won the Jugador del Año, the Player of the Year in Spain. Luis Suarez was second, and Cristiano Ronaldo was third. No surprise that Leo Messi, 30 appearances, 21 goals and 19 assists. Absolutely no surprise that he has won it. He has been phenomenal. Luis Suarez did pick up the Pichichi, the top scorer award, with 37 goals in 34 games. To be fair, he probably does have a fair claim to be the player of the season. Marc-Andre ter Stegen won the Zamora Trophy, 35 appearances with 19 clean sheets, beats out Keylor Navas and Jan Oblak. Brilliant achievement for the German. And yours truly won the Manager of the Year. It happens, doesn't it? Michel from Malaga was third, Juan Carlos Nzue from Vigo, Luis Enrique's former assistant at Barcelona, of course, came in second. But you know, you win the league by was it 14 points? We won it by in the end. You're kind of going to be the winner there, aren't you? And we had 6 players in the first 11 of the Team of the Year, in ter Stegen, Umtiti, Piqué, Semedo, Paulinho and Suarez. Dembele was named in the substitutes. Where's Messi? Messi wins Player of the Year, doesn't get in the Team of the Year? Really? Doesn't make sense. Rakitic came to me, said he wants to leave because he doesn't think he's going to get regular first team football, but we've kind of got that one down. The Champions League final, Atletico Madrid 1, Juventus 2. Oh, heartbreak for Atletico. It's the third time in, is it 5 or 6 seasons that they've been in the final and lost. Absolutely heartbreaking for them again. Gonzalo Higuain of Juventus won the Golden Boot. Alvaro Morata was second and Luis Suarez was third. That's for the Champions League Golden Boot Award. 11 goals in 12 appearances for Higuain. Gerard Piqué got himself into the Champions League Dream Team, which is good achievement for him as well. Then Messi has won the UEFA Best Player in Europe Award, beating Ronaldo and Suarez. And offer for Paco Alcacer, which again we'll go through in the squad in a minute, but it was a non-negotiable offer of $7.5 million, which I'm happy with. It's a long way off his value, but it gets him out of the club, which is all that we care about right now. Okay guys, so here we are back with the end of season awards then, and no surprise, the player of the season, the fans' player of the season, was Leo Messi. With a massive 60% of the vote, he has been fantastic. Luis Suarez with 30%, our 47-goal striker. And Gerard Piqué got 8%. He has had a phenomenal season. The goal of the season is Sergio Roberto against Eibar really early on in the season, back in September. So we'll have a look at that now. And Ousmane Dembele, absolutely no surprise there that he picks up the young player of the season. So let's have a look at this goal of the season for Sergi Roberto. 100% sure about this one. Let's have a look then. So it's a throw-in from Semedo to Messi. It kind of bounces around a little bit, and then it comes to Sergi Roberto. He hits a beautiful low drive from the edge of the box. It was a very good goal indeed. Not 100% sure I would have chosen that, but it's a very, very good result in the end. So the 2017-18 season review then. Barcelona had been expected to make much of the La Liga title running and lived up to their pre-season billing by finishing top of the pile. We were top for, I think, 31 weeks. I think we were match day 7 we went top. It was a memorable year for Los Culés, who got off to a tremendous start in August that provided them with a platform to top the table and go on to win the competition. UEFA Champions League, obviously, again, we lost in that epic quarter-final to Bayern. We lost in the quarter-final of the Copa del Rey against Atletico Madrid. We lost the Supercopa to Real Madrid. Match of the season is our 5-0 win against Celta Vigo. I'd be happy with that in real life because they are playing. I'm recording this on Friday, and we are playing that game tomorrow in real time at midday, I think it is. It's an early kickoff. And then the 2-1 defeat against La Coruña was the moment to forget, which is understandable, but it was that game when I B-teamed. That was the game between the two Bayern matches, and it was a B team, and it really, really showed that some of the players that we've got at the club in reserve are not good enough to step up when needed. Average attendance at the Camp Nou was 90,834, which is 91% full. Absolutely delighted with that. And we used the most amount of players in La Liga with 28. Now, I always, no matter what club, no matter what league, I always have the highest number of players used. And a lot of that is I don't like playing players if they're under 93% is around about the threshold. I will bring them out if I can, or I will maybe start them and bring them off. And I like to bring a few youth players through each season and give them a few little games here and there. 28, believe me, it's quite low for me. So the squad dynamics update then. I've not shown you one of these this season. Managerial support now is good because we've won the league. So they're happy with you as manager. They're happy playing for me. Dressing room atmosphere is very good. There's a strong sense of unity between the players, and they should have no cause of complaint about the way things are going. And we only have 2 social groups. We've got the core and we've got the secondary. The core group is players who've been at the club for the same amount of time and are generally driven. The secondary group is players who've been at the club for the same amount of time and are generally spirited. Is there any difference between those two? I don't know. we've got the end of season team meeting, which we will do in a second, but we'll just go through the rest of these then. So this is the board confidence. To summarise, the board are very pleased with your overall leadership of the team. Yeah, but you're not, are you? Because that is, what's that? That is only 65%. Is that good? Winning the league has been a particular highlight. The performance in the Champions League is a big disappointment. Come on, we went out to Bayern Munich. It's not like we went out to, I don't know, Maribor or Ludogorets, is it? We went out to the German giants. And it was tough. It was one of those that was just really, really tough. Dressing room atmosphere, they're really happy with. Matches, they're really happy with. Transfers, of course, doesn't matter to us, but they're happy with that. Club philosophies, 50%. We don't have any, I don't think. I don't think there are any that we're being judged on. And club stature, yeah, 54%. I guess we need to progress deeper into the Champions League to bring that up. Season injury report then. Wow, Wilfried Kaptoum in the B team has missed an awful lot. He's only had 3 injuries, but he's missed 6 months of the season. It's just everyone, isn't it? I mean, that's pretty much who is. So Rafinha is the biggest one for the first team. He missed 2 months. Is that set to? Oh, no, it wasn't set. Andre Gomez, of course, he had the torn calf muscle, didn't he? At the start of the season, missed 3 months, so he was the biggest miss in the first team in the senior squad. Yearly training summary, yeah, nothing massively needs to be looked at there, and I always like a long pre-season, so we're going for the longest one there. Right, let's do the team meeting then, and then we will get on to our director of football. So next season it is all about, I'm going to say assertively, congratulations. Congratulations on winning the title. It's a great achievement. You all deserve a good break now. Make sure you get back fully rested and in good condition, because I won't accept anything less than winning it again next time around. I'm saying that assertively. Booyah. Gone down really, really well. So now we'll passionately say that's exactly the sort of reaction I was looking for. Quite a lot of players gone rep. Why has that happened? You were all happy with what I just said, and look at all those players that have gone. What's that? What has just happened there? Why have all my senior players just done that? You were all happy when I said assertively to win it. And I passionately say that's the response I'm looking for, and you've whatever. Go on holiday. Come back when you're happier. Okay, Senor Segura, it is Judgment Day. You are not very good at your job. It has to be said. You brought in Angel Di Maria. He's been okay. He's been all right. But you bought him in for 49.5 million. And if you'd have paid another £500,000 for him, I would have got the Steam achievement for the £50 million transfer. So that is a big mark against you, sir. You brought in Stefan de Vrij, who's been okay as a backup rotational centre back. But as you saw in the roundup, kind of unsettled, and there's a bit of a kerfuffle going on with him. You brought in Mario Fernandez, who's done all right, but he's going to go some to oust Nelson Semedo from the right back role. Your stats are terrible, to be honest. Judging player ability and judging player potential, a club like FC Barcelona, it needs to be higher than that. 13 and 14 in those areas is not good. I mean, that I would only accept for a newly promoted club, a lower mid-table club, a Getafe, a Deportivo, not at FC Barcelona. You're 61, you're over the hill. You only have knowledge of Spain. It's not good enough, I'm afraid. It is time to move you on. The viewers agree. The poll said it was split. It was split. It was 50% to outright sack, and it was 50% to mutually terminate. Now, I'm going to go down the route of mutually terminate, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One, obviously, is financial, because I'm hoping that he will agree to it and will take a lower fee. But the stumbling block is the length of that contract. He is on a secure €30,000 a week contract, and he's got another 4 years on that to run. Now, I'm worried that he's going to reject a mutual termination and that we're going to have to try and sack him. And going down that route, financially, of course, that's going to cost us 6 million, I imagine, because I assume we have to pay it all in compensation. And I'd be worried that the board would block that. So let's see what happens. Let us mutually terminate. Yes, we are sure. Let's see if he has accepted. He has agreed to a contract termination. Getting how much for? For £3 million. Oh yes, €3 million. I am well happy with that. Yes, 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 yes. Confirm that. And he is gone. Pep Segura is gone. He is gone, 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 gone. 16 years as a director of football with Liverpool, Olympiacos and Barcelona. And oh, that feels good. Time for a replacement. Now I have been looking. We have some here on our shortlist, and we also have some here on a staff search. Now this staff search is now set not to include Spanish as a native language. It was originally because I just think it'd be easier to get them in, and if they speak Spanish. You can see on my shortlist, these guys all speak Spanish. I want someone who's a bit more diverse in their knowledge. I don't want someone who's just Spain or just Spain and one other country. And there are a couple that fit the bill. Now we have this guy here, Luis Campos. He's currently at Lille, 17 in both judging player ability and potential. Now he's got France, Portugal, Brazil and Argentina as his areas of expertise, which it doesn't bother me that Spain isn't in there, because he would get that, and we have scouts and our chief scout that have all that knowledge. So, but he might find us some gems in South America or in Portugal or in France, which would be fantastic. We also have this guy here, Antero Enrique. Same areas of expertise, just a little bit different. He's at Paris Saint-Germain though at the moment, but he is only on €12,750, and I reckon we could get him away with that. He does have 4 years left though, so the compensation would be big. But he's very knowledgeable in Portugal and Brazil, and Argentina and France are a little bit lacking. The other guys I showed you in an earlier video. Now the obvious one would be Chuti Molina because he's unattached. He's a free agent, but his preferred job is a head of youth development, and his knowledge is restricted to Spain. So I'm going to rule him out for now because it's not his ideal job to be director of football, and he's no better than Segura in his area of expertise. Now I am really tempted to go for one of Campos or Enrique. Now the obvious one would be Luis Campos because you can see he's at Lille, so the chances are he's going to be willing to come to us because Barcelona. He's on a 2-year shorter contract. His contract only has 2 years left to run, whereas Antero Enrique at Paris Saint-Germain has 4 years left on his contract, and it could cost us a fair bit. Now, if we have a look back in the staff search, these are guys now that don't just speak English, and I have to be honest, there's no one there that really jumps out at me. I mean, you know, you've got Gerard Houllier, but he's 70. You've got Mirabelli, but he's at AC Milan. You've got Les Reed, but you know he's 65, and no. Steve Walsh, he's supposed to be quite, you know, he's very well respected, but he's only England and a little bit of Poland, and again, way too old now. The good thing about Luis Campos is that he is 53, so we could get a long time out of him, but Manchester United want him. So if we want him, which I think we do, we're going to have to move quick. I like the fact that he knows a lot about Brazil. He knows a lot about all the 4 countries that he is really, really good at. So we are going to go and offer him a contract. Now, Lille want 1.2 million in compensation. That is absolutely fine. He wants 26,500, which is absolutely fine, but we are just going to try and give him 25. I'm a bit stingy. I'm from Yorkshire. I'm a bit stingy. So we're going to offer him 25. He's happy with that. hopefully we will get him. So while we are waiting for Luis Campos to make a decision, we're just going to have a look at the squad. End of the season, it's a good time to have a look. Leo Messi, of course, was the fans' player of the year. 43 appearances, 24 goals and 21 assists. Absolutely phenomenal. I have had a few of you guys comment down below our videos saying I need to play him as a trequartista or as a false 9 or something like that. But he loves playing as an inside forward on attack. I would like him to score more goals. Don't get me wrong, that is for sure. But he has scored or assisted 45 goals in 43 games with an average rating of 7.87. I'm really happy with that. I would love to have seen him score a few more goals, but when you've got Luis Suarez just below him scoring 47 goals and getting 14 assists with a 7.83 from 46 appearances, yeah, I think we can live with it. It's been a ridiculously good season. You can see there we've got Paulinho with 8 goals and 12 assists. Ousmane Dembele with 18 goals and 12 assists. It's just been a fabulous, fabulous season. Where is Angel Di Maria on that list? There he is there. So he was the big signing, of course, from Pep Segura. 32 appearances, exactly half from the bench, half as a starter. Only 10 goals and only 4 assists, but he did get a 7.4. Now, I'm not sure what to do with him. I'm not going to actively look to sell him because he's worth 64 million, and I think that's going to be really tough to sell him. But I can't see him getting a really big role in the team. I can't see him getting much more than that, really. If Messi's fit, Messi plays. That's just the way it is. I'd also like to start seeing Rafinha on the pitch more, and he plays in that role as well. So I'm thinking we might have to victimise Di Maria a little bit and drop him down the pecking order just a touch. He does play well in the advanced playmaker role, though, in central midfield, so that's something to think about. We do have some news regarding Paco Alcácer. Now, again, it was overwhelming. It was a case of sign a replacement for him rather than promote Abel Ruiz. At the moment, I have got Abel Ruiz in the squad. He's going to come on the pre-season with us, hopefully. We've got this guy as well, Anthony Lozano, who's been in the B team. He is 25 years old. He is a Honduran international, but he's a natural complete forward, and his stats aren't bad. And if the worst comes to the worst, and our new director of football can't find me a striker, I wouldn't be against having this guy and Abel Ruiz as backups to Suarez. This guy, I think, would be happy to sit on the bench. He's nothing special, don't get me wrong, but in those Copa del Rey games, in those Dead Rubber Champions League games, in the lesser La Liga games, it could be a good option to give Suarez a rest. But we were talking about Paco Alcácer, weren't we? And I'm really good at this guy. When he was at Valencia in real life, he was just phenomenal, wasn't he? He was really, really good. And when Barcelona signed him, I thought, yeah, that's a good signing. It's something a little bit different. He's not a complete forward. He's not Luis Suarez. He's more of a box striker rather than Suarez, who's happy to hit one from range. Paco likes to be on the end of a cross or on the end of a rebound. He's more, I mean, he's got it down as an advanced forward here. I'd say he's even more of a little bit of a poacher, really, in real life. But you can see there, we do have a bid for him. We have got Napoli, who've made the bid, 7.5 million. It has been accepted. It's at the contract stage. We have Inter also interested, but they don't look like they're coming forward with an offer at the moment. So, as things stand, he'll be going to Inter. Now, the only problem we have, of course, is we're not going to see an awful lot of that money because our finances are so bad, 119 million in debt now, that we only get to keep a third of our transfer revenue. So we're only going to get 2.5 million of that. But we do have 71.5 million, so that'll take it up to 74. Pretty good. I mean, I'm sure that Luis Campos, hopefully it's Luis Campos, will be able to find us some replacements. Just having a look down, Gerard Piqué is wanted by Man City. They can jog on. Jordi Alba is wanted by both Manchester clubs. Now, I wouldn't be averse to selling him, I'll be honest. If the offer came in, it'd have to, well, it wouldn't have to be a good offer, would it? It'd just have to be an offer, and then it'd be down to the director of football. Just having a look down, just bear with me. I hate it when they're all on international duty. Stefan de Vrij is wanted by Man City as well. It looks like Man City just want to buy all our players. Again, Wouldn't be averse to the DoF selling him. Of course, we do have a little bit of a problem now. If an offer comes in before we replace Segura, then I'm either going to have to delay it or I'm going to have to negotiate and deal with it myself. So that could be interesting. Juventus want Rakitic. No one wants Mascherano at the minute, which is worrying because he is one of those that we are having to get rid of. City also want Busquets. Arsenal want Luca Digne. I would rather sell him than Alba. Bayern want Rafinha, but I really don't want to sell the kid. I really don't. Denis Suarez is wanted by Bayern as well, but I again really don't want to sell him. Paco, we know, is on his way. Anthony Lozano is caught in interest from Cagliari as well, so if he goes, he goes. It's not the end of the world. And we do have players that we've listed like Douglas, Sergio Samper. Now this guy's been out on loan at where's he been? Las Palmas for the season. He's done all right. He's played 31 games for them, just under 7 overall rating. But his first touch, his passing is really good. He could come back and give us some real competition in that Sergi Busquets role. He is not going anywhere. He is definitely coming back into the squad. Okay, so as expected, Manchester United have come in for Luis Campos. Now the difference being, they've only offered him a job as a scout. We've offered him the job as a director of football. Now he is only on €11,250, and we've offered him 25 grand a week to be our director of football. I doubt Man United have offered him anywhere near that to be a scout. I've just had a look through, and none of our scouts are on anywhere near that. It's about 15 grand our top scout, and it's the fact that they've only offered him a job as a scout. Fingers crossed, he already is the director of football at Lille. So hopefully the fact that we've offered his job and more than doubled his wages still puts us in the driving seat, because I really want this lad. And a completed deal. Paco Alcácer is going to Napoli. That's excellent news. We will get 2.6 million euros of that deal into the transfer budget, which, as I said, does just push it up to 74 million, which is fantastic. A lot of money for our new DoF to play with when we get one. Yes, get in. Luis Campos is our new director of football. He has agreed terms. That is fantastic. They're getting 1.2 million in compensation, which is brilliant. The compensation fee will not be deducted from the transfer budget, which is excellent news. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Really am. 4-year deal. The only thing is we have to waive compensation for a managerial role. I don't know why he'd leave director of football to go and be a manager somewhere, but click on accept. Booyah. He is in. Really happy with that. There he is. We are now going to ask him to recommend a signing. Oh, that is so good. That basically is what we were waiting for in this video. So that is going to now end this video. We do have, of course, we do have the World Cup coming up. So I'm going to follow this. I'm going to scout it. I'm going to see what players come out of it. Thought it might be interesting, because I'm recording this on the day that the World Cup draw happened. It's the 1st of December. So in real life, who did we get? We got Belgium, Panama, and oh, help me out. Who was it? Tunisia, wasn't it? That's right. And here in game, we got Cameroon, France, and Saudi Arabia. So that should be interesting. But of course, teams like Italy and Netherlands are in it in game. So sorry about that. But anyway, guys, that is going to end this video. It's probably dragged on a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but we have a new director of football. I can now smash through pre-season. I can hopefully bring you some awesome transfer news. And yeah, that's going to be it. We're going to be back for the new season when it comes. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Also, turn on the little bell, turn on the notifications for new videos. Then you will know when a new one hits. I've got some new ones coming to the channel, looking at 25 years into the future. I've also got one going through my tactic in this save as well. So make sure you stick around, find those videos when they come out as well. Thank you very much for watching this one, guys, and I hope to have some big transfer news to tell you when we reconvene for season 2018-2019. That's all for now though, guys. Thanks for watching.